He disrespected a legend like Manny Pacquiao.
Who's that? No, this guy.
Es puto Pacquiao.
Así es.
And his team mocked the Filipinos' coach battling Parkinson's. But when the bell rang, karma didn't just knock, it came swinging.
That punch was right on the belt line.
I go back and look at the 24/7. I look at all the. I was saying I shouldn't be saying that. You know, I fought one relation.
On November 24, 2013, the bustling city of Macau, China, became the heart of the boxing universe. Fans from across the globe gathered with one burning question. Could the great Manny Pacquiao rise again after a devastating knockout loss? Facing him across the ring was Brandon Rios, a savage in gloves, known for turning fights into chaotic brawls. At just 27, Rios boasted 31 wins, 23 by knockout, and a love for violence so deep he once claimed he enjoyed getting punched. That's not bravado, but pure madness. For Pacquiao, this wasn't just a fight. This was redemption. After a crushing knockout loss to Juan Manuel Marquez, the Filipino icon had something to prove. He wasn't done. In the lead-up, Rios mocked Pacquiao, calling him washed up and predicting his retirement.
Why are you the man to retire Manny Pacquiao?
Young, I want that success, I want that fame, and I don't want to let go of it. I'm like a leech right now. I'm right here, baby. I want to be up here, and I don't want to let go. And I'm, like I said, young, hungry, and aggressive with balls, heart, always come to fight.
Then things got uglier when his camp released a vile video mocking Pacman's coach, Freddie Roach's Parkinson's disease, a move that earned widespread condemnation from fans and fighters alike. Little did Rios know that he and his team were about to pay big time. From the very first bell, Pacquiao moved like a man chasing ghosts, not Rios, but his own.
Pacquiao has worked with dedication in his training.
Ghosts of that night when Marquez dropped him cold.
Rios early, being in a fight.
He landed a couple of combos.
Ghosts of fans and critics questioning if the fire was gone.
He does have to figure out how to adjust his.
Manny opened the first round by going straight to the body, digging in with sharp rights and snapping the crowd awake with his speed.
And his
Rios fired back, landing some decent body work of his own, but the momentum never belonged to him.
knockdown.
When Rios slipped and fell to a knee mid-round, it wasn't a knockdown, but it looked symbolic, as if he was already overwhelmed by the storm in front of him.
That punch was right on the belt line.
The Pacquiao of old had returned, and by the end of the first round, he had already stamped his authority on the fight.
End of that exchange too.
Back down the pipe again, blocking the shot. Thing that's coming.
In the second round, Rios tried to dig deep and invest in the body, hoping it would slow Manny down later.
Oh, I guess he means don't take too many chances early.
Not only that, after a few rounds, when Pacquiao slows down a little bit.
But Pacquiao looked fresh, young, and motivated.
Pacquiao's corner, Freddie Roach told him in and out, in and out. Rio won a few more rounds like that.
Every jab was clean, and every angle sharp as a katana.
To get going, and
Rios is the larger man.
Manny effortlessly glided in and out, dodging punches like he had a sixth sense.
You know a guy like Michael Garcia knows very bad to the body in that fight.
and Rios is more skillful.
Late in the round, he landed a slick left to the jaw that rattled Rios's brain cells and had the alarm bells ringing. It was another round clearly in his favor, and by now, the fans watching live or around the world could feel that something special was happening.
Well, maybe because Freddie Roach told him he needs an early knockout, and he wants a knockout. You saw what happened.
In the third round, Rios showed his first signs of resistance, managing to back Pacquiao into a corner and throwing a few solid shots that excited his corner.
Used his feet, step around and box the guy until he ran down and Miguel Cotto fought Shane Mosley. He used his jab to neutral.
But Pacquiao's response was clinical as he danced away from danger and came back with quick, brutal combinations that turned the momentum right back.
That's Rios' off.
Rios may have had a moment, but Manny had the round.
That's what
He does his business.
The fourth round was where things started getting uncomfortable, not for Pacquiao, but for Rios.
Or right something, and then he took for Rios to get him because he's on that right hand better than any southpaw. A combination, but he always stopped.
Pacquiao was no longer just fighting.
Manny Pacquiao.
And he's off to a hot start in round number 9.
Dynamo Pacquiao.
Where he hadn't won.
He was teaching. The way he jabbed, circled, controlled distance, and used feints was pure boxing brilliance.
But yes, Rios likes what he's
The Pacquiao you want to see. Not
Rios was still standing, but he wasn't solving the puzzle in front of him.
having to work very hard to do it.
It wasn't a firefight, but a slow and systematic dismantling, and Pacquiao was enjoying every second of it. By the fifth round, the fight had turned into a one-sided beatdown.
Rios has Pacquiao messages.
Pacquiao opened with a vicious left to the head and followed it with a blazing combination that had Rios backing up.
Pacquiao when he scores.
Any remaining doubts about whether Manny's brutal KO loss to Marquez had broken him were fading fast.
When he throws it, it's been effective.
Brandon Rios is so good at
The Filipino didn't look tentative. He didn't look worried.
Manny Pacquiao from firing combinations.
He looked free.
Stop from firing is tapping hard in the
Rios, known for his toughness, kept pressing forward, but it was clear that this wasn't a fight he was going to win.
Shot with the left by Pacquiao. Left, right. Further combination.
In round 6, the tempo slowed just a hair, but Pacquiao remained in total control.
Rios to keep the body.
He opened with another left-right combo and later drew blood near Rios's right eye.
right there. See that?
Yep.
He's just not throwing it. Prize.
I think the real key is Brandon to answer.
Yeah, and
It wasn't a gusher, but it was telling because Pacquiao's punches were beginning to mark him.
as though he needs to sell out his game plan, yeah.
Answers to the body. Pacquiao.
Good left.
Rios wasn't just losing rounds.
Been there since the beginning of time. Brandon Rios knocks him upside the head.
He was being carved up piece by piece,
Yourself against the Rodriguez is not
good shot.
and he was gradually headed toward a humiliating shutout.
the combination.
In round 7, the conversation shifted from whether Pacquiao would win to how dominant he could be.
Very, very easy. I mean, he turns to his left. Manny Pacquiao.
His jabs were like spears, his footwork effortless.
Clawing at the blood on his left side.
Pacquiao keeps landing repeatedly.
Is exactly.
I'd say we're getting there.
At 34, he looked reborn, like a fighter who'd rediscovered his why. Meanwhile, the punch stats painted a grim picture with Pacquiao having landed over 170 shots to Rios's 88, nearly double the output and twice the accuracy.
By Rios, his best punch in a while. Pacquiao lands his own.
Rios, bloodied and puffed up around the face, had heart.
Paint job.
Usman Bryant, it's going to take it.
But heart alone, unfortunately, doesn't win fights against legends. Round 8 gave Rios perhaps his final glimmer of hope.
Said, taking the long layoff.
I think that the layoff is good to help his confidence and everything.
Pacquiao looked just a tad off early in the round, a little less active, slightly more cautious.
Taking a punch.
As was the expectation of many.
Rios landed a good left that caught Manny flush and made people lean forward in their seats.
As if Manny is saying,
Took care of Alvarado in that first.
there's the left hook from Brandon.
But whatever opening he found, it closed fast.
The punch he seems to have got.
Fight for him.
Pacquiao, as if insulted by the touch, responded with a late-round assault that clearly took back control. Rios ended the round breathing heavier, bleeding more, and walking slower. His face now bore the full toll of Manny's speed and precision. The 9th round was more of the same.
Not representative. Win him the fight. Pacquiao ripped with straight.
Rios tried to fire back, especially in the closing moments of the round, but nothing stuck.
To continue trying to break Pacquiao.
Pacquiao had figured him out by now, dodging most of the incoming fire and responding with sharp counters.
What we've seen in Ed against Tim Bradley, for example.
The difference in class was staggering.
Good body shot by Rios. Expected to beat Pacquiao.
It didn't feel like a contest anymore.
Most think he didn't deserve it.
It felt like a showcase.
This is the kind of guy to overcome fights where he was having his best night or things.
Rios wasn't hurt in the sense of wobbly legs or dangerous swelling, but his face was wearing every round like a badge of suffering.
Well, this is the biggest hand speed deficit I think Rios.
He was a walking reminder that taking punches from Pacquiao is like running face first into a wall, over and over again.
Speed of a Manny Pacquiao.
Even in the 10th, Pacquiao didn't let up.
Yeah, I mean, I think, landing and turning. And that does all the right things with the right hand.
He didn't necessarily chase the knockout, but he kept pouring on clean shots with a confidence that made it clear he knew the fight was his.
Last couple of rounds, the Waymar tried for a knockout and gave Chavez.
So far, this has been
He wasn't trying to hurt Rios, but trying to humiliate him with precision.
Pacquiao, the guy who fretted from this physical.
It's very difficult to deal with him.
It was surgical.
Now he seems to be.
Give Rios chances.
He doesn't have the kind of punching thunder that
There was a rhythm to his dominance, and Rios couldn't escape the pattern.
But he does throw the right tight hands, go like that.
And his face looks like
At this point, Rios's best-case scenario was to hear the final bell. Winning was off the table. In round 11, Pacquiao opened with another energetic flurry that electrified the crowd.
broken, which continues to this day.
Well,
It wasn't wild or reckless, but was calculated brilliance.
Defenseless or Margarito won.
good hook by Pacquiao.
His left hand remained a problem Rios couldn't solve, and even as the pace slowed a bit due to fatigue, the dominance didn't waver.
Pacquiao felt it.
Rios still hadn't landed anything meaningful. He still hadn't won a round.
and Chavez.
Correct.
Pacquiao had turned a high-stakes comeback fight into a 12-round sparring session, and the world was watching.
Want more aggression off the fight? Pacquiao was.
He don't want any combinations to keep it back like.
As they stepped into the final round, there was only one possible miracle for Rios, a knockout punch from the gods.
By Pacquiao, actually.
Yeah, he wants him to keep on in like that so that meant.
But the gods weren't listening. Pacquiao, sensing that the end was near, turned up the heat one last time.
Rios.
His jabs found the mark, his footwork never faltered, and the crowd stood in appreciation of a master craftsman doing what he does best.
He promised erupted into.
Rios came forward, brave as ever, but with nothing to offer but toughness. No power, no timing.
He's done all of that. Would get a knockout or a TKO.
When the final bell rang, there was no doubt, no suspense, no need to look to the judges for answers. This wasn't a competitive fight. This was a shutout, a 120-108 whitewash that proved Manny Pacquiao was still a world-class force. Rios survived, yes, but at what cost? He'd been hit over 280 times, humiliated in front of the world, and used as the backdrop for one of boxing's most satisfying redemption stories. Pacquiao didn't just win, he sent a message that the Filipino icon who once terrorized multiple weight classes was still alive, still elite, and still dangerous. It wasn't just about winning rounds. It was about reclaiming his narrative, rewriting the story, and reminding everyone that legends don't fade, they rise. And on that night in Macau, under the lights and the weight of expectation, Manny Pacquiao rose once again. So, where do you rank the legendary Manny Pacquiao among the greatest fighters to ever step in the ring? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment in the wild, brutal, and beautiful world of boxing and MMA. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.